Once you've gotten your catapult all drawn in SketchUp, your instructor will give you some pieces that you will use to start laying out the different pieces. Now yours is going to vary slightly from my example because as we built them, we've decided to improve upon them just like you do in the problem solving process. Your instructor will give you a layout piece. The layout piece is going to tell you how many of each of these pieces you need and what the sizes are. So you'll see there's 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 2 D's, 2 E's, and 1 arm. It then tells you that a B is an 8 1/4 and that you're going to give a gap of 1/8 of an inch, and then you're going to lay out your arm. You have a little scrap piece, and then you have another 8 1/4. And then you continue and you'll lay out the other pieces for the ones below, but you'll share this with your partner. Now your station's going to have a number on it. I'm in station number 8, so I'm going to be using ruler number 8 and square number 8. Now, you're going to want a pencil or a pen, but preferably you're probably going to want a pencil just because it's easier if you end up making mistakes. Now, we're going to start by laying out the top piece. You're going to simply take your ruler, you're going to butt it right up against the edge. You're going to find 8 1/4, which is 4 of those little lines. So I'm going to go to 8, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. I'm going to make a mark. The next line up is 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to make those 2 marks. I'm going to take my square and I'm going to flush it to the edge, and I'm going to draw that line straight across. I'm going to slide my square over to the other mark, and I'm going to draw my line straight across. So I end up getting 2 lines that I'm going to use to cut these pieces apart. I'm then going to line my ruler up on the edge of that first line I made. I'm going to come over here to 10 inches, and I'm simply going to make 1 line this time, once again making sure that edge is nice and flush against that edge. I'm then going to come around, go to my end. I'm going to measure up 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 little lines, and I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to have my 8 1/4, my 10, my scrap, my 8 1/4. I'm going to write scrap, and I'm going to make an X because I know that's the side I'm going to cut on. I'm going to write a B because I know that's a letter B or a piece B. I'm going to write arm here, and then I'm going to write B right here. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to, in parentheses, put your initials. So over by arm, in parentheses, I'm going to put my initials. And over here, I'm going to put my initials. That way, there's no confusion which ones are yours or which ones are your partner's when you get them out of the bin. So you're going to have the letters lined up. You're going to have, whether it's an arm, letter, your initials, lining up your scrap. We'll show later that you're going to cut right down this little roadway. You will repeat those steps, measuring and marking for the other pieces. So you'll use this sheet to help you lay out, just like I did for this one. You'll do the same pattern. If you're not sure, 1 3/4, right? That's 12/16. So it's 12 of those little lines past 2 that you would count. Same for 10. Right, down here, once again, it's 3/4, right? That's 12/16. Once you have all of your pieces laid out to match the picture, so you can see I have my B, my arm, my scrap, my B, I got my D, my C, my scrap, C, D, so just like in the middle. I have my A, my E, my scrap, my E, my A, and I have my initials next to them. You'll take it to your instructor to check. After you've had it checked, you're going to go ahead and you'll start watching the video on how to cut these out.